Luckies. Fuck that. Shalom. Shalom. Just trying to explain to the brother about the sign, man, about the RFID chip. The MOTB. We gotta watch what we say, you know how that goes. Watch what we say. Whether they like it or not, whether they want to deny it or not, it's a reality now. You know, it's becoming more and more of a mainstream reality now. And you know, niggas don't want to wake up until they're actually confronted with something, man. And for years and years, we warning these people about what's coming, you know, and how it's coming, why it's coming, and so on and so on. We got all the answers, but we're here to give you all the answers. But they don't want to wake up until that, like I said, they're confronted with it. But lo and behold, while you're warning the people, they just want to keep, oh man, okay. They hear it going one ear and out the other. They keep stepping on, man. The Most High is getting tired of these motherfucking niggas, man. What's up, bro?
What's up, bro? I already know this trick. I feel it. Now you coming with the black Israelite and all that.
That's right, but good, hold up, man.
Yeah.
Don't refer to me as black Israelite.
Yeah. I respect it.
Right, I feel you.
But don't put it down.
Black, but that's what the devil wants us to do. But you know, that black label carries the vibration. You look at what black means, you know what I mean?
I don't mean
Oh, I know. Don't worry about it.
but yeah, I'm gonna come behind. I know you about to get down.
Yeah, I'm about to get down.
Oh! I'm gonna catch you.
Okay, man.
I'm gonna catch you.
Right?
Inside.
Right. You see what I'm saying, man? They want to talk it. They want to talk it, but they don't want to do it, you know? That's the spirit, how I just started talking about that, how they hear it and one ear go out the other, they just keep stepping. You know? Here it is, a perfect example. The spirit always gives you an example, man. You know? Always gives you an example, man. They want to hear it, but they don't want to do it. You know? Why? Because it don't benefit them. The truth doesn't benefit them, man. You know? Right now, I can't do shit for the man if I can't put money in his pocket, if I can't give him something to smoke, give him something to drink, or give him something wicked to do. It don't benefit these niggas these days, man. You know? But you know what? Let me get it. Let me give it like the all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Rakatha Yahweh, Rakatha Yahweh Shai. Rakatha Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Rakatha Wakaka God. Okay, double honors to our apostle, the great millstone, elders of GMS, Okay, and salutations and much blessings to the hopeful elect of the children of Negro, Indian descent, people of Negro and Indian descent, Israelite foreigners as well, who Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai that scattered because of the curses and scattered and gave the curses amongst the other nations. I have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, what I was trying to explain to one of the brothers, Jake that was walking by, but again, he kept stepping. There's a lot goes on before the camera goes off. I'm always kicking, man. You know? He understood it, but like I said, man, they hear something, they take a little bit, and they keep going, man, thinking they've been fed. Thinking they done got enough bread for the day, you know what I'm saying? But it goes further than this, man. You got to continue on learning this. You can't just think you know it all, man, because you don't know shit. But anyway, those Israelite foreigners who Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai are scattered amongst the other nations, will have the spirit through the seed of their fathers on the father's side that they're an Israelite, all right, and the women as well. It's humbling yourself to learn this word and to escape the pollutions of this horrible, terrifying, vicious, deadly world, man. And that's exactly what it is, a vicious and deadly world. So back to these Jakes, man. Let me get the scripture here. In Ezekiel, let me look it up. The scripture says, it mentions it, you are to them as a lovely song. Man, ain't nothing deep about it. Not a damn thing was deep about what I said. It's just sometimes, it's something that just has to be explained in a really simple in a simple way, explained in a simple way for you to understand. There is absolutely nothing deep about it. The father carrying the son. The man carries the seed, which I was trying to explain to the brother that, the man carries the seed. And how it could happen, how individuals like John Travolta or that faggot Eminem, how they could actually be Israelites, which they are Israelites, man. You know? I always say niggas because they're not in the truth. Them niggas, man. Them niggas. You know? And their lifestyle, their behavior proves that they niggas, man. Niggas with money, man. Scriptures mention the niggards and their money, man. You know? The scriptures mentions it. How they just do stupid shit, how they just go completely mad with it, man. Lose their goddamn minds. I mean, them motherfuckers, them lepers jakes, man, them some filthy, you think niggas is filthy and foul. You ain't seen shit until you see what they doing in clothes, behind closed doors, these lepers motherfuckers, man. Filthy and foul motherfuckers. What's his name? The dude that played karate, Kung Fu. David, I can't remember his name. Carradine, something like David Carradine. This motherfucker liked to jack off hanging himself, and that's how he ended up dying eventually. Jacking off hanging himself, man. That one day it slipped. And you know, they smoking they dope. Hanging himself, masturbating, man. Don't get off. Unless he's been what's the word for being I can't even think of the word, man, but being choked. Pretty much being choked, man. Your oxygen level being choked, your oxygen being dwindling out of your ass, man. I mean, I knew chicks like that. I knew a couple of chicks like that wasn't pleased unless you was literally choking their life away, man. There's videos, accounts where they talking about how women have lost their lives being choked, doing. Man, how do you equate being choked with sex? It's supposed to be a beautiful union between a man and a woman. How the hell do you put being choked in there? Being choked. And listen, Alba Shimmy Hashah as my witness, choking the bitch, man. She wanted to be choked. You know, afterwards, man, and I mean for a couple of weeks, you know, I was disturbed in my mind, man. I didn't feel right in my mind for what I did, man. Even though she was asking for, even though she begged and wanted it, man. Was telling me, you know, choke me, choke me, choke me. Oh man, never again, never again. That's what happens when you're dealing with these Edomite bitches, man. These white bitches. These white bitches. Anyway, let me get the scripture. Out here to try and give the brothers and sisters some bread and some water, man, but they don't want it, man. They want the king's bread and water. They want that GMO shit. They want the GMO shit. Okay, here we go. Russia just tested it. Russia just tested a new missile, and these are heavy missiles, man. These are heavy weight carrying missiles, man. They're designed to carry much weight, man. These missiles are, and they're huge too, man. These not like cruise missiles. Those ICBM missiles that go from one continent to the other, man. Them bad boys are huge, man. They're huge, you know. Ezekiel 33 and 32, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely soul. Like I said, man, they in their mind, they done got fed to the full, you know. Perfect example of somebody that's gonna, you can't give them meat, man. You know why? Because that meat, they can't chew on that meat, you know. You give them a little bit of bread and water, man, you know, which I'm referring to the scriptures, give them a little bit of bread and some water, man, because, you know, they feel like they felt to the full, man, because it's simple. They ain't never hurt before, you know? This is amazing to me, man. And this is an every week thing, man. And the Israelites, men and women, mainly it's the men who we're trying to reach. They just they look and they just keep going. You know, one maybe two might be able to converse with one or two, man. But that's just a few moments. They're not trying to learn. You know. So the scripture says, Ezekiel 33 and 32. Start up a little. Ezekiel 33 and 26. What's up, bro? You stand upon your sword, you work abominations, you defile everyone his neighbor's wife, and shall he possess the land? Say thou thus unto them, thus saith the Lord power. As I live, surely they that are in the waste shall fall by the sword. And him that is in the open field will I give to the beast to be devoured. And they that be in the forts and in the cave shall die of the pestilence. This is what's coming. All right? And right now it's working, the world is working up to this very point right now. You know? That's the very sword that the scriptures are speaking of, you know? Where there's going to be nothing but chaos in these streets. It's being played out, it's working its way right up to that point. You know? You know, in this foreign policies have got the U.S. ambassadors all around the world and this military destabilizing the whole damn world, man. And it's because of the U.S. and its foreign policies. It's what's causing this hyperinflation, which is causing these high prices that you see. You know, which is causing the U.S. enemies to prepare and eventually rise up against this place. So this is what's playing out right now in the world. Jake don't see it though. And what I mean by Jake, these simple-minded ass niggas, man. They don't see it though. So it says, and him that is in the open field will I give to the beast to devour, and they that be in the forts and the cave shall die by pestilence. For I will lay the land most desolate, and the pomp of my strength shall cease, and the mountains of Israel shall be desolate, that none shall pass through. Then shall they know that I am the Lord, when I have laid the land most desolate because of all their abominations which they committed. All right? And we point out all their abominations. These adulterous ass pieces of shit. You know? We point out all of their abominations. Adultery, homosexuality, you know, child molestation, which is on the rise now. Now Jacob's about to start eating that whole thing, man. They're about to eat that meal alive. You know? Because they're going to eventually pass legislation where they're going to be able to molest these children. And these are the goddamn devils that are in power, man. Just because this devil writes something in rule don't make it all right for you to do it. Jake can't wait, man. Just like this goddamn so-called white man is, you know, that's just his natural way. Jake can't wait till he passes legislation to, you know, to molest the children, man. You know? And that's just an example of the abominations, man. So it says, and they come to thee as a people, Slakin, thou son of man, the children of thy people. Then they shall know that I am the Lord when I have laid the land most desolate, because of all their abominations which they have committed. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, and that's what's happening. Cars that are riding by, people sitting at the bus stops, people walking by. They don't understand what's going on, so they talk foolish shit in their goddamn minds. You know? They say foolish things in their mind, thinking the Lord don't know it. You know? Again, they don't understand what's going on. You know? They ain't got time for this because it doesn't profit them. So they keep it stepping while they talking their shit, while they murmuring, mumbling behind each other's back. Hell, they talk shit about each other, you know? They talk shit about each other behind each other's back. That's the way of Jake, man. You know, that's the way of the world, man. Talking shit about their boys, man. The girls going to work talking to their work husband. Man, that nigga ain't shit. But it's talking about the truth here. And they come unto thee as a people coming, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear the words. Select. Verse 30. Also thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the house. When we come out here with the good news, no matter if it's the good news and the truth, it doesn't matter, you know. It says, and speak one to another, everyone to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord. And they come unto thee as the people, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goes after their covetousness. You know? Their worldly matters. Covetousness meaning, you know, let me go over that. Profit or unjust gain, or gain acquired by violence. Cutthroats, man. You know, the scriptures mention a strong man, a mighty man, not to keep company with those strong, mighty men. You know, here, let me get that. You'll find you'll get yourself caught up, man. You know, because what you're thinking in your mind, oh, he got my best interest at heart. He got all this money. He's making his money. He's willing to share it. When you're not knowing that this guy is setting you up, you know? He's setting you up. What they call them mules. There's a movie with Clint Eastwood. He was a mule. I think it was called Mule. He wasn't the main man, but he was making a little bit of extra change, delivering drugs, you know? Delivering drugs for the cartels, you know? And that movie also showed you something else that, you know, the main face as the main villain in television, the main villain actually in the world. The main villain in the world is who? The so-called people of Negro and Indian descent. We're the portraying people wrong. We're the rapists. We're the murderers. We're the thieves. You know, we're the lazy bums to the world. That's the narrative that the world pushes, you know. But according to the scriptures, that's the biblical Edomites. And the biblical Edomites is the so-called white man. All right. Clearly, you can see who it is if you open your damn eyes and just watch. If you just see what's going on around you, not in an emotional moment where a cop done blast somebody and then you watching the news and then you come into your emotions. Then, no, man. Now is that time you wake up and you simply just be a man. The scripture says, "Wake up, for your salvation is nearer than what you believe." Wake up. Now is the time to wake up out of that sleep. The scripture saying, now is that time to wake up out of sleep. Man, you better watch what's going on around you, man, so you can know and so you can see what the hell is actually going on. You know, and then you will see who this demon is, who the real devil is. Actually, the scripture says, the son of perdition. The scriptures mention the son of perdition. You know, the man of perdition, and that's what we're bringing out. That's what we're exposing. We're exposing this man. That's a threat to him. You know. So he has to increase that narrative. He has to add on to that narrative that these people are responsible. These people, these men, they're responsible for much more than just the murders, the drug dealing, the drug use, the rapes, and so on and so on. They're responsible for much more than just that. Hell, they're going to eventually probably blame us for hyperinflation. They're going to blame the niggas for just the hyperinflation. They're going to eventually blame niggas for what's going on in Ukraine. Hey, that ain't too far-fetched, man. You know? Let me look up this scripture. know what? Let me look it up in my scriptures. I can't remember the exact word that I'm looking for. I can't remember the exact word that I'm looking for. It's in the Apocrypha. You can't live at peace with these people, man. Because they keep coming at you. And they're going to continue to come at you. That's the curses that the Lord put on, man. They're going to keep coming after us, man. Through their mainly through their unjust policies. Because they're walking, speak to you. They created a whole goddamn system, man. It's a whole damn system to keep us oppressed. You know? It says here, here we go. It says here, Sirach, the 8th chapter. Strive not with a mighty man, lest thou fall into his hands. A mighty man, not just physically mighty. This man has, he can be mighty through his wealth. You know, through his wealth. And what does it say in the scripture? The covetousness, the meaning, one of the definitions of covetousness. Here, let me get it again. Let's slow down a little bit. Slow my spirit down a little bit. Covetousness, one of the meaning of covetousness is acquired by violence. Acquired by violence. All right. Now imagine what that type of what that spirit breeds. What type of individual that spirit breeds. A mighty man that has acquired all his wealth and power by violence, man. You know, he done literally turned into a goddamn monster, man. And that's this world we living in. It's full of monsters, man. There are those monsters that got suit and ties on. That's why I call them dickheads, you know? That phallic symbol in the head, dickhead. That's why I call them dickhead. That's probably where the term dickhead come from. I have to look it up. I tried looking it up before I didn't find it. Dickheads. You know? Or they'll come straight up and, you know, in that thug, in their thug acquire, man. You know? They come in all shapes, sizes, and forms, these type of mighty men. You know, you see how these dope boys, how they dress, man, especially the ones that got money, draped in all their jewelry and whatever the fashion of the hood is. Hood fashion, sagging, cracking their ass, sticking out, you know. So profit, unjust gain acquired by violence, you know. Covetousness, you know. Never can have enough. And that's the spirit, man. The brother's video I was listening to was pretty much going into that same exact thing. You know? Chasing after money. Chasing after money. You know? Chasing after money, man. Money got a demonic spirit on it. Especially the money of this world, man. Especially the money of Babylon, man. It has a demonic spirit on it. You know? And you can clearly see that people are willing to do any damn thing for money, man. Men and women willing to do any damn thing for money, man. And again, the type of people it makes, the type of people it breeds. You know, my family is. I got a sorry ass family, man. There's some sorry motherfuckers, man. My brothers, sisters. There's some sorry motherfuckers, man. You know, the shit my mom does, man. Cost of money. The shit she's still doing for money. A straight up hustler, man. Love my mom to death, man, but you know, the truth of the matter is, man, she is worldly as a motherfucker. My dad couldn't wait to die, man. My dad didn't want to live anymore. My dad literally wanted to die, man. He wanted to get the hell away from that woman, man. That's a crazy woman. But she cool. You know, like I said, she's my mom, man. And she'll stab a motherfucker in his, and she's 87 years old. She'll cut a motherfucker up for you. You know, but the fact of the matter is that woman crazy, man. Whew. And you literally I have to keep my distance from her in so much. You know, that's a terrible reality that I admit. That I have to keep her at an arm's length. She a trip. Anyway, let me go back to that scripture. Oh, was I reading it? So here we go. Strive not with a mighty man, lest thou fall into his hands. Be not at variance with a rich man, lest he overweigh thee. For gold hath destroyed many, and perverted the hearts of kings. You know? So ain't nothing just going on. There ain't no just decisions going on. There is no righteous decisions being made because everybody's driven by their covetousness. You know? Driven by their covetousness, not knowing they're living a life of death, man. Not knowing they're destroying their own souls, not knowing they're destroying their own hearts, man. Sirach, the 3rd chapter, goes into that as well. But anyway, go back to the scripture here. Was it more than that? Labor not to be rich. You've been warned. Labor not to be rich, man. Laboring to be rich out here paper chasing. You ain't got no time for the Lord, man. You ain't got no time for the Lord unless the Lord put the spirit in you to do something good. Put that spirit in you for you to do something good with that money. As far as helping men of the Lord, you know, you might find favor with the Lord. You know, and there are those examples. You know, people use their wealth and not trying to buy their way in the kingdom. They're trying to sincerely do some good by helping men of the Lord, man. There are those examples, man. And we have some family members that are in that spirit, you know. Make a little bit of change and do what they can to help you, man. You know. If they up, they'll put you up a little bit, you know. But money, man, money ain't no. Hey, money is evil, man. Let me see if there's more to this. Oh, yeah, that was it. Let me see what this says here. So back to Ezekiel 33 and 31. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song unto one that hath a pleasant voice. They're not out here doing it, so they don't mind you doing it, you know. And like I said, they'll pick and choose what they can use, you know. Exactly like how the Christians use the scriptures, man. How they pick and choose what scriptures to follow, and those that are too harsh and too reality that pretty much calls them out on their own wickedness, they ignore it, man. You know. So again, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that have a pleasant voice, especially when you're speaking about oppression. Especially, I got this book, you know, called The Sundown Towns. Speaking about these towns in America when the sun goes down. That if you're a person of color, a purple in color, so-called Negro, or a person of Indian descent, you better not be in that town, man. You better be hidden real sweet. You better be hidden nicely, or you better be out of that town, man. Or they're gonna kill you. And that's the reality we live in. By speaking that, we speak on those things, and we speak about how there's gonna be a recompense, a payback on these people for these for this abominable behavior. To them, they love hearing it, man. Oh, judgment, yeah. The role's going to be reversed. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. Oh, the roles is going to reverse. Oh, what of them dumb niggas? What do them niggas say? We got next. We got next. Who? What you mean we? Your everyday average nigga ain't got no next. In their mind, that's what they think. The everyday average wicked ass piece of shit got next. A nigga that ain't nothing about a brother, don't even know how to spell brother, you know, is out here at war with his neighbor, with the so-called, with another Israelite. I mean, literally, every day this devil gets up, he at war with another Israelite, but he got next. Man, you people better wake the hell up to this reality. That the Lord is going to destroy these type of individuals, like I was reading before, man. Or up in this chapter. How the sword is for these type of people, man. And this is what the Lord got planned for these type of people, man. The sword, pestilence, famine. Now there's rumored that there's over 1,000 ships out in those out in the seas waiting to come into port, man. There's over 1,000 over in China. So you know if there's 1,000 over in China waiting to be coming to port. Oh, you can imagine there's a damn near pushing that number out in, on the East Coast and the West Coast of America. You know, waiting to come into port to upload that merchandise, man. So again, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song, as one that have a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do not do them. And when this cometh to pass, and it says, lo, it will come. Punishment, judgment. Here you go, hold on. Again, you know the scripture. How it tells you how they're putting this off. They put it off. Oh, they ain't gonna happen. This ain't gonna happen in our lifetime. You keep lying to yourself. You keep lying to yourself. I'm trying to figure out how to spell this word. Second. Nice today. Hold on, what's the weather? What is the weather today? It is now, right now it's 61 degrees, but today it's freezing. Real feels 71 degrees. It's supposed to be a high of 70 today. Hey, when this weather, and that's another hindrance, that's another stumbling block for Jake is the weather, man. You know? Weather gets warm, these motherfuckers, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is the least thing they want. You know? And it'll go on till like June. Then they might want to stop. But they got a lot of fun to have right now, man. You know? When the weather, like I said, when the temperature rises, the clothes come off. Women, the clothes come off. Actually, everybody, the clothes come off, man. And what does that do? You know, it gets in their mind, man. They get in that sexual mood. Let me go back to the scripture. I'm trying to look for the scripture. Isaiah 1:20, and the destruction of the transgressors and of the sinners shall be together, and they that forsake the Lord shall be consumed. Why'd I get that? And when this cometh to pass, Ezekiel 33 and 33, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, and we're telling you that it's coming, why it's coming, then shall they know that a promise has been among them. So according to the scripture here, which means a say before. Say before something happens, we're warning our people, death and destruction is coming. All right? We're warning our people death and destruction is coming. And we tell our people why it's coming. You know? We can't exactly tell you the time and hour, but we can tell you that this is the time we're living in, and that day is drawing closer, nearer and nearer. You know? That's why we tell you to watch, man. Because if you're watching what's going on around you, you can see that the world is going to hell. You see the world, the people, and the people that are in it, mentally, spiritually, morally, they're all going to goddamn hell, man. You know? They all going to hell, man. And then ultimately the whole world is going to turn into what the people are, man. It's already a hell on the elect. It's already a hell on us. You know? So I'm already living the goddamn, I'm already living the damn hell, man. You know? This is a hell, man. This is a fucking horrible place, man. Full of horrible people. So a prophet, spokesman, a speaker, you know, a speaker, a prophet, or it says inspired man, inspired by through Yahweh Shem Yahushua dealing with that man or that woman. He waking those up. He inspired those to seek more wisdom, more knowledge, and more understanding. You see what I'm saying? So, it says this right here, prophet. A person regarded as an inspired teacher or proclaimer of the will of God. Of the will of God. Going in the will of God, man, is, you know, it's all through the scriptures, the will of God, man. You know? And let me put it in a few short words, the will of God. To deliver his elect and destroy the wicked. That's as simple as I can get. That's the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, who the world calls God. His will is to deliver his elect and destroy the wicked. You know, it says this. Oh, well, that was it on that. Collapsed right there. I don't know if you can see him. He just collapsed. It's a Jake too. It's a Jake, man. He over there shaking and shit. I don't know if y'all can see him or not. Entertainment I don't need. They over here doing all these type of fucking drugs, and you never know what's going on. What happened? You don't know what's going on with them, man. You know? Hey, when the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is being proclaimed in the world, when it's out being broadcasted in front of the world, demons come right along with it, man. The demons start circling around this motherfucker, man. Nigga just rolled by on the bike that I know. Don't even want to stop and speak. Grew up with the nigga for years, man. Known a nigga for fucking longer than I know since his kids, man. Looking dead at this work right on by, like nothing's going on. Don't even want to speak. When you're doing this work, man, you become enemies to the world. You become enemies to the world, man. That nigga that's just rolled by, he gave us this rich boy, rich nigga, man. He went to Australia for a whole entire summer. He gave us his crib for a whole entire summer, man. He gave us the keys to his house for a whole entire summer and some. There, he just said, y'all just take care of it, man. Just keep it clean. Make sure nobody break in. You know? But that's all right, though. Okay, so here we go. A person who speaks for God. Going into the definition of a prophet. A person who speaks for God. One who foretells, inspired preacher, an interpreter of the scriptures, spokesman, not spokeswoman, proclaimer. But it says, but especially one who speaks for God. Prophet's powerful, man. So again, Ezekiel 33 and 33, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. That's right, these prophecies will eventually start to rolling, man. You know, the worst of the scriptures that we speak of, which mainly we speak of that famine. Like I said, they're predicting within the next month or so, the food prices from a month from now, they're saying they're pretty much going to double at this point. That's the ambulance coming for the nigga that collapsed over here.
I expect that shit. Yeah, I know. No, I'm expecting that shit. I'm expecting that shit. It's about to have nothing like
It's not bad. It's only gonna be worse. You know, imagine just wait until the food comes double.
These people right, oh my God. You know how many people are going to go home when people get down to where they're trying to survive? Like, the world survive?
Well, when World War III actually kicks in, you know, World War I, World War II, you never affected the mainland here. But World War III, it's going to be hell of a place. This materials are really wicked.
And I'm ready for it. And I got experience in my life that's already put me through shit, but I'm ready for it anyway. And I need to take the fucking shot. And I will.
You didn't get it?
Look at this.
Smart. That was smart.
I walked by somebody today, 2 quarters, and I went, AIDS.
I heard that. Because they put HIV.
They're getting AIDS now. Vaccine-induced AIDS.
Sales of HIV.
To give people fucking AIDS. They look at such Black Lives Matter right there.
Oh, I know, that's right.
And that fucking dude just dropped right here. That's what I put on Instagram. Black Lives Matter. Right now.
Wow. That condition of people right there.
Oh, I already know.
That's all. The people are going to be the people going to really
You know, take me to FEMA so I can get some food.
Why not?
Give me money.
Right. Oh, man.
I already know.
Oh, man.
They don't know what the fuck's wrong, but I knew it was fucked. I was waiting for that.
Right. No.
That's not what that was. That's why I was watching to see if he was drunk, if he passed out, or if he was having a seizure.
I saw it. He has a medical condition.
No, it's that shot. It fucks your nervous system up.
I know it has affected a lot of black males.
It's got graphene oxide in it, and it's got graphene hydroxide in it, and it's got fucking snake in it. Yeah, so like it's fucking people's shit and all the accidents and all that shit. Yeah, it's fucking people's shit up. They can't, I mean, how do you not? I see Bruce Lee got the shot. Bro, like bro, standing up, like bro.
I seen it just fuck.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like, can you imagine if you were not getting how many people is that going to happen to? I mean, like, he could not be dead, like, really dead, and go to a fucking hospital and get put into a fucking organ fucking zone in the fucking place.
Yeah, right. He might be dead now. He might be dead now. This is cool. Can you imagine? Billions of people have got that shot.
You know what? I'm not going to I don't know what everybody else is doing.
You gotta look out for me. Just look out for you and yours.
It ain't just me, though.
Right.
These kids are fucked up.
Right.
They turning it.
Right.
And this shit is
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Well, things have to get worse before they get better.
Yeah, my name is Donetta Powers.
Okay. All right, Darnetta Powers. Oh. They taking him off in the bleachers. Oh, he's alive. He's alive. He's playing with his hat. He's thinking he's going to the ER and get some pain pills.